I want to talk to you about religion. Now, regardless of your religion, I'll just say I was raised Christian. And some of you are thinking, really? Mm-hmm. So, in 2008, I was raised non-denominational, which means I wasn't Catholic or Protestant at the time. So, it was just me, Mom, and my sister reading the Bible. We had the New Living Translation, and later we had the New International Version. And, I believed in a God. I didn't believe in the real God, And I was a Protestant physically upon 2014 and 2015. And I still think being Protestant is good. So I wasn't Protestant verbally or mentally until I was 20. So I've been to churches before. I went to non-denominational churches, like not every Sunday. And people had the mindset, I'm going to heaven because I prayed this prayer and went to church and all that stuff. Okay. Yeah, that's how people think when they're raised Christian, especially kids, like this kid. And here's something. Believe what you want. But here's the thing. What if what you believe is wrong? What if church never saves you? Well, okay. Some people believe going to church is good. Some people believe it's bad. I'm going to heaven. I'm not going to heaven. Okay. If you're religious or Christian or something, okay. Now, some Christians are religious, but not mainly. But at first, yeah, in a way that's true, I was a Trinitarian from 2015 to 2020. And I was a Seventh-day Adventist from 2017 to 2019. And at some point, you might not believe this, but on Christmas, for the entire day in 2019, I was a Buddhist. Because I was interested in Buddha, And at the end, I'm like, nah, I didn't want it, And in 2017, for about a month, I believed in reincarnation, and I thought, And then, after some time, I was convinced that reincarnation isn't there. And I'm like, But here's something. In theory, I do believe reincarnation is required if you're Hindu, but it's optional if you become a Buddhist. So let's just say you're a Hindu, and you can't get out of reincarnation no matter what, unless you say, I'm a Buddhist now. It's optional. That's nice. Yeah. I don't know how it worked, but, a few years ago, I thought it was like this. Let's just say you're a Buddhist, you believe in reincarnation, and you keep that in your mind, and then you die. Okay, your options, spin the wheel, human, animal, plant, and something else. I don't know how that works, but it's pretty nice. What about Hindus? How does that work? Like they just believe, and all of a sudden, when they die, they're just assigned, like I have no idea. I don't know how reincarnation works, but they say this: when a Hindu or Buddhist dies, they go near heaven, a heavenish place, and they skip King Yama, the Buddhist guy, and it's like you die back, your soul goes into another body, and you're the same person with a different body. For example, John, he lived once, he died, and then he lives a second time, and then, but if you're Buddhist, if Buddha looks at you, chances are you won't get reincarnated. I don't know. Now, here's something. I think it was, I don't remember the exact year. I was definitely around 18, and this was when I was using Speakonia, and it's a text-to-speech thing, and it doesn't have the Sam voice later. You have to read please 2003, something, and then it's added. So there's this guy on YouTube, and I'm sure he's still alive, and I heard he was a Buddhist a long time ago, and there were images of Buddhist hells, like, and not exactly what you think, but if you look at them, and on my old computers, not that one, not on this laptop, it was disturbing. Like, it is believed that if Buddhists commit sins and they die, Yama, he's just at his desk, and there's just men, and there's this guy, like, he's just, and the guy's like, okay, you died, I'm gonna send you to the hell of, and he always goes through these hells, like he's in for a few minutes, and then, like, do you know which one? Like, there's one with a pole, there's one that's cold, there's one with a snake. What about the hot one? What about the, you've heard of the afterlife, you've heard of a type of afterlife, and yet you don't see it. Like, you see it when you're alive, like in your own perspective, like hell is this and heaven is that, and okay. That's partially right. And to me, I thought if I became a Buddhist and died, I'd be in hell. Yeah, there's a lot. Now, when do you get out? Like, how long are you in which hell? Like, if you're in this one and that one, after you're done, if you see the guy, he says, okay, it's over. Where does he go now? The person who died. Like, does he go to heaven? Now, in a Christian perspective, when you die, you go to heaven or hell. And when you're there forever. And some say there's judgment, and I don't know, like, I think God, it starts ordering the court. Like, so-and-so, you just died, you served me for a long time, and I'm going to read this. All right, and get the book of life. Your name's in there. Okay, if you're a Christian, the Lamb's book of life. There you are. Okay, come in. But if you're not, if you're not a Christian, you go to hell. And, I know when people say heaven, but when they say hell, yeah. But for Catholics, they say, okay, so the Catholics say, Catholics believe this, there are two ways to heaven. And they didn't say this personally, I'm not a Catholic. So if you're a Catholic and you just mind your own business, you're a priest, you're a man of God, and then you just die, you go to heaven normally. But if you committed some sin a few seconds ago and you try to repent, like, oh, please forgive me, and then you just die, you go to purgatory, and then you go to heaven. But if you're a normal Catholic or Roman Catholic, any type, you're drunk, like, and then you get hit by a car or something, and then you die, you go to hell. But let's just say your family is Catholic and your baby was just born and it dies before it gets baptized. It goes to limbo. I don't believe in purgatory or limbo. It's all made up, kind of like reincarnation. Where is it? And atheists and nihilists, they believe in evolution, Lamarckian and Darwinian, and natural selection. So evolution is basically tadpole, fish, reptile, rodent, monkey, human. We mutated and evolved. And now, I do believe in mutations in a way, but not exactly evolutionary. Well, there is proof that there are genetic and hereditary mutations in people and some animals. Yeah. So when I say mutations, I don't mean what the atheists say. So atheists say that they always say there is no God, there is no heaven, there is no hell. And I really doubt what they believe, And atheists just say, they're just not scared, They just say, when you die, you go to the grave. Now, in a way, your body, yeah, that's true. When you die, your body goes to the grave. And they say there's no soul or spirit. Huh. And nihilists, however, will say, it's pointless, and they just die. In a way, we will go to the grave. Yeah, you will live and die. No matter what you do, you live once. Be careful. Okay? And to be honest with you, I'm almost 30, and, so, no matter what religion you are, whether you're Christian, Catholic, Jewish, Buddhist, Hindu, Muslim, all that stuff, I don't think it really matters to me what religion you are. Maybe it will, but if you are religious, which one? You can tell me in the comments section. I don't judge. I'm somewhat open-minded. Yeah, I'm being fair. Yeah. But anyway, regardless, no matter what religion you are, I'll just let you know, I'm not exactly religious, and some agnostics. I was agnostic partially in 2017 and I think 2021 and a little bit since 2023, after I had COVID. The thing is, what do you believe in and why? You don't have to tell me now, but, what is your religion? What do you believe in and why? It's simple. You don't have to answer my questions at this moment, but, that's all I had to say. Thank you.